Alors c'est une époque terriblement
It's a very, very introverted sort of period you're talking about, but aesthetically it's beautiful. Cate Blanchett is just wonderful. I remember in I'm Not There, she played a man. You know, she played Bob Dylan, but at this time she's so feminine, ultra feminine. I suppose this is one of the pleasures of, you know, for you as a director.
Yes, it was a tremendous pleasure to work with Cate initially on I'm Not There in that shape-shifting, extraordinary performance as Bob Dylan. But this was a whole new adventure. And it was a project actually that I came to with Cate already attached to it. But when I read the book and read the script, and it just seemed like this role would be perfect for Cate, and then we had to find the perfect partner for Cate, and we did.
Cate Blanchett, comment décrire votre personnage?
Cate Blanchett, how would you describe your character at the beginning of the film? She's a sort of broken woman. She's broken inside, but at the same time, externally, she's magnificent, sumptuous, very dignified. How do you see her, Cate?
Well, the challenge of playing a character who originated in a Patricia Highsmith story is that they're so elusive and enigmatic and mysterious, and I think Carol is quintessentially all of those things. So I don't know that she's broken. In a way, she knows completely who she is. It's just that she and her emotions, her sexual persuasions exist outside the norm. And I think what makes her unusual is that she's, you know, not a card-carrying member of any sexual persuasion. She's got a foot in both camps. She's a devoted mother. She has a sort of an unspoken understanding with her husband, as many heterosexual couples do about their, you know, sexual relationship. And I think that she feels completely ambushed by the feelings that she feels towards Therese. And that's where I think it's a love story across all sexual persuasions for me, in that I think when anyone falls in love, no matter what their sexual persuasion, it happens to you. And it consumes you, and you feel it's a tsunami rather than you know, something that you're in control of. So I think for someone who's in control of her life, or feels that she's found a way to manage her existence, suddenly she gets transported into chaos.
Difficile de ne pas tomber amoureux de Cate Blanchett.
It's difficult not to fall in love with Cate Blanchett, isn't it, Rooney Mara?
Very, very. Yeah, even now.
Comment vous voyez votre personnage?
How do you see your character, Rooney? She's this young woman who, you know, she's got her path is sort of traced out for her. She's got the boyfriend, she's got, you know, everything, and she chooses another path. How do you explain this?
She's quite a lost soul and a lost character, and then I think Carol sort of enters her life like this almost tornado and kind of leaves everything in upheaval. And it's like Cate said, you know, falling in love really is like a tsunami. It's not something you really can choose. It's just sort of something that happens and it overtakes her. And I mean, really, it just she's at that age where you're figuring out what works for you and what you want your life to look like. And I think it's very eye-opening for her, but also very confusing. And you know, especially during that time, it wouldn't be an easy thing to go with.
I was curious, given that it's set in sort of the repressive 1950s of America, and things haven't changed a whole lot in how your country responds to sort of explicit sex scenes, are you at all worried about how the censors of the MPAA or the conservatives in the Academy might react to it? Or will you have to make any cuts?
No, it hasn't really come up in our process. I think my editor is he's at Cannes, Afonso Goncalves, who did a beautiful, beautiful job. But no, it really hasn't been a concern, and I don't think it will be. Harvey Weinstein is distributing the film in the United States and hasn't been concerned about it, so I think we'll just forge ahead and see what happens.
The film concerns a love that in 1952-53 was considered criminal. talk to me about what has changed in that time. I mean, it's still, you know, the Supreme Court is still debating whether the love between same-sex couples is legal or not, for heaven's sake. So talk to me about how time has changed and how you both work together. It's a great movie, by the way.
Well, there's over 70 countries around the world in which homosexuality is still illegal. So you you wonder, yes, well, we're talking about it, but it still seems to be an issue. I think the interesting thing about this is, and certainly about playing a character like Carol, is her sexuality is a private affair. And I think what often happens these days is you're meant to, you know, if you are, are not homosexual, you're meant to be able to, or if you are homosexual, you have to talk about it constantly. It has to be the only thing that you have to put before your work, before any other aspects of your personality. But I don't know if that answers your question. No. Was I avoiding it, perhaps?
Because in the 1950s, you know, it was, I think, Todd had given an interview saying that sex between same-sex.
But there's still many, many countries around the world where it's still illegal. So it's, we're living in deeply conservative times, and if we think otherwise, then we're very foolish.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, certainly in my country, in America, where the film takes place, I mean, there's been great progress made from when this story takes place, but like Cate said, I think we'd be foolish to think that it ends there. I mean, that's not the case everywhere in the world, and we still have a lot of headway to make. We still have a long way to go before we're not talking about it.
I can jump in and maybe
Make
answer well a sort of different point, which is that nothing has changed and everything has changed because we can have this movie now. One of the things that I would personally hope for is that it starts the kinds of discussions that we need to have about this issue. And part of the way it does this, and everyone has realized this beautifully, from Todd to Cate and Rooney and the producers and Ed and everyone involved, we politicize the material by just allowing people to live their lives honestly. And I think this speaks to what Cate was what she was talking about when she said, we are expected to make it an issue that is front and center in our lives every time we talk about it. But actually, when you live your life, your identity is front and center. But it's something that we're not often treated to seeing in films or art. So that is, I think, what is a huge political statement right there. And we hope, at least I hope, it has some rippling effects eventually.
You say that sexuality is a private thing, but you know how much important for young gay people the words you say. I would like to ask, you declare to Variety you loved women many times in your private life. I would like to ask you, these loves were openly loved, and how much inspired you personally to build the wonderful character of Carol? Thank you so much.
From memory, the conversation ran, have you had relationships with women? And I said, yes, many times. If you mean I've had sexual relationships with women, the answer is no. But that obviously didn't make it to print. But really... but in 2015, the point should be, who cares? I mean, call me old-fashioned, but I thought that one's job as an actor was not to present one's boring, small, microscopic universe, but to raise and expand your sense of the world and make a psychological and empathetic connection to another character's experience so that you can present something other than your own world to an audience. My own life is of no interest to anyone else. Well, maybe it is, I don't know. But I'm certainly not interested in putting my own thoughts and opinions up there. why I want to be an actor, why I love being an actor, is what you referred to before. It's the research. It's finding out other people's experience and making that beautiful and tangible to an audience, and in a hope that it will communicate something. But yes, it's important to talk about it. What do you do on Sundays?
Nothing in particular. What do you do?
Oh, nothing lately. I mean, if you'd like to come visit me sometime, you're welcome to. At least there's some pretty country around where I live. Would you like to come visit me this Sunday?
Yes.
Take me under, take me all the way. Take me over, all we used to say. Take me closer, wash the dreams away.
Oh, it's always so special. This is my 10th year at Cannes.
With Cannes for the time being, I see films every day, and only good film. Do you like Todd Haynes?
Todd Haynes. Cate Blanchett.
And Cate Blanchett, and the subject, and everything that I've heard about this film.
How does it feel to be on the red carpet tonight?
It's a little bit overwhelming, I have to say. It's been many years, and look who I get to share the red carpet with. It's a very exciting moment for me.
What's the feeling right now on the red carpet in Cannes?
I was really nervous. I was like about to have a nervous breakdown in the car, but then I got out of the car and Kurt Cobain is playing, so I feel really excited now.